Hi folks, so it's been a while, but we have some live thrones for you again finally. It's the Hands Tourney. So this is an online event organized by Argento from France, and we had quite a good turnout, 27 players. I was over 30, but some didn't show up unfortunately, and we are down to the final stages. I guess the cut is starting. And it's an extended cut for everyone with 3 wins. So there's a few buys here at the top, but the others playing in the top 16 round, and some or most have just started. And let's pick one. Should we watch the defending champion? Radek doesn't play that much these days online, but he's come here to defend his title against Heerro from China, playing an interesting combination, Bara Sea of Blood, and we join it after round 1. So what has happened? Let's see. We had the Gates and Maiden on the other side. Now we have Mother countering Winter Festival quite nicely, and Radek going first, which means some cards may be drawn for that. And we have Robert and Melisandre. So we don't know Radek's reset. It could be Morghulis, could be Dohaeris. You never know. It's Stark Fealty. But okay, Robert is milked, so he's not going to do that much damage. Very Dohaerisable board here for Radek, but not so good with Morghulis potentially. Yes. Winterfell also in play, can stop. This can be used on the military challenges to stop the Sea of Blood triggers. I don't know what the plan is. So there's no We Do Not Sow, there's no burn events in Baratheon. I think you look for kind of for the power events. So that's handy. That's very nice. Crescent removing the milk. No Song So Sweet, ours is the Fury. Maybe the stuff that puts characters in shadows. I've seen that, but well, actually, 2 lores and one of them is Acolyte of the Shadow, so maybe that event that could be in the deck. And yes, I will open my alcoholic beverage. I am out of the tournament, by the way. Had 2 wins with Bara Summer, slightly disappointing. Last game I failed to top deck a Melisandre nil to prolong it. It was 40-0 for the opponent, to be fair, so would have needed quite a few rounds to turn it around if it started going that way, which is not guaranteed by any means. But yeah, not a good day. But we can have some fun with the streaming at least. Brands here as well to potentially cancel the events. I think Radek's going to try to do challenges without needing too much of his board, because it's there's a lot of power considered if Robert stands now that Sir Justin is here. He's going to attack twice with Renown plus power claim. But yeah, Winterfell on one challenge, Caitlyn could go in another, I guess, if she's not intimidated, so there's some counterplay. But I think you can do military here and intimidate Caitlyn, right? But then you have to spend one of those 2 guys. Well, Robert, then he cannot stand, right? He gains power, but can't be triggered against Winterfell, I suspect. So okay, starting with Intrigue. Nice hit. I think he might just take the power on the military challenge. No? Yeah, Winterfell is gonna stop it. Then you can intimidate, I guess, Caitlyn. But still going to be opposed power, right? Recon also cancels Sea of Blood, by the way, so a lot of counterplay, but with 2 cards in hand, I mean, that is still gonna lose just by Baratheon doing challenges, so at this point very crucial here for Radek to be playing the Harris, because it is 7-0 and I don't see this being stopped anytime soon. Okay. Return to the fields, which I suspect might not be used. Now, does he want to go first or second? Second, I'm not surprised. So return to the fields not used, but air is going to be used, right? Trading recon for Rob. Yep. And now it's a little bit different, because now you can intimidate stuff and stands right back up. Crescent can take bodyguard as well if he wishes. So there was, did I mention it when we joined? There was a Daisy found, right? So yeah, I'm just going to put another Baron Scout. So next round could play Baron Scout for another search, and Daisy's supposed to be there, and she's going to be 1000 strength. But then Robert, yeah, Robert stuff. Yes, I will join the voice channel if anyone wants to commentate with me. Just let me do that. Hopefully works correctly. Okay, Richard Corp, another renowned character. So now I think it's not sustainable if the Harris isn't in the deck. Morgulis is not doing anything because everything comes in duped, so it's pretty rough. No power to steal, so I don't think it will go that quickly. Can get the 3 renown, maybe a stand somewhere, which is questionable because of all the denial. Risking a nightmares. So if everyone defends, it's 14, but then Robert's strength goes up, so I don't think it's doable. But then if they do defend and you do military afterwards, Rob will stand everyone, right? Okay. Yeah, doesn't want... oh, I see, so Robert gains power and this guy stands him during the power challenge, yeah. Doesn't want that, but then now military is free, so to speak, for the event search, right? Or is it? If everyone defends? Richard Horp can increase his strength though. Yeah. But now they will stand for Rob. Okay, but Radek was first player, so it's rather useless at this point. Up to 11. Quickly selected plot. Now, does he have anything useful? Ooh, heads on spikes. Okay, that's not what he was looking for. Misses anyway. And king in the north. If there's no attachment on Justin, he does not work. Melisandre does not work. Crescent does not work. But then neither does Winterfell, neither does Robb Stark. At the moment though, just everyone doing power wins the game, right? Yeah, can't use the locations, that's tricky. And there she is. She's pretty big. Now, what's the power situation? So everyone doing power. It's 23 without Robert's ability. Against 27. And when you count Robert's ability, it's over for sure, I think. Just making sure there isn't a cancel of some kind. Let's just read this again so that we don't mess it up. So he gains round while you control a king, yeah, so that for sure is available. Slightly surprised that he's bothering with other challenges. It's still enough, I think. Oof. Okay. I mean, it's... Am I missing something? It's open information, no cards in hand. It's just a win, right? Power with everyone. He can gain 2 renown here. And intimidate. Okay. 1 on defense, well. If Radek has delayed the reset and he does have a Dohaeris, then this is, I think, a disaster. Does he have some kind of Arceus the Fury or something? No song so sweet. Think that can still win it, right? Just 13. So if he has it, he wins here on defense. No, he doesn't because Caitlyn's in the challenge. Well, think that was a missed win here for Heerro. If the Harris is played now, Resetting himself, okay, that reduces the potential for Robert's strength, but also reduces potential for Daisy's strength. Plus, if anything small is kept, there's saving the kingdom. Even if Daisy's kept, there's 3 characters and she gets immediately nailed, right? No, because Winterfell increases her strength to 4. Now, do we have sacrifices Mira? Doesn't trigger Rob to stand. Alisane, I guess, is more important to trigger him later. Hello to Connor. Can I? No, I can't put chat on your screen. It's too much work on this setup here. Maybe during the break. Mad also watching from what I can see. That means bad news that you also lost. Haven't been paying too close attention. Looks like he might not keep Justin now. I mean, Justin has renown, so he needs to be answered more than Melisandre does, but let's see what comes in. Big strength. Okay. Lightbringer. Yeah, Neil is not that crucial here because I think you can use Wyman in... Okay. Perhaps not. There's no 3 characters that can help survive this one. Even if you have one blank to take one renown, still power claim and the other renown, right? You can have 2 nightmares, I guess. 1 nightmares and hope to defend, but not against Stannis, Richard and Robert. Too big. Yeah, doesn't have it. I mean, you can kill Bran and stand Rob, but yeah, it's kind of needed a reset, which I suspect, judging from the way this game went, was Morghulis, and everything was super duped. And Crescent, of course, while Robert was milked, things were kind of still playable, but not after Crescent entered play. And unfortunately, we have to watch another game to see what Sea of Blood was supposed to do, because we, apart from Scene in Flames, we have not seen any events and it didn't really trigger. So, okay, let's see what's still being played. Should we see the crossing? Is crossing winning? Ooh, crossing was forced into the Harris. That's usually not what you want to do. This is after the Harris in the challenges phase, so Robert and Beric are both in play, which is rough. This is the can't stand Robert. Yeah, he is a menace for crossing. But it is 10-7, and what lots still remain. So 1 Winter Festival was played. Maybe there's a heads on spikes as well. then how are you pushing any challenges through? Okay. So you can trade Red Priest for Arya, which means yet another thing is knelt. Winterfester will trigger, and probably Bara's not going to be so fast. Too bad the Harris is spent, because then you could do Harris and get some prize as well against Aloof. Mira goes to Shadows, so she's gonna come back and blank Beric at the very least, which is not too bad. Now, does Saraaa have anything else that's playable? Caitlyn's dead, she's the only really key dead character. Ooh, and two Vanguard Lancers dead, so they were triggered presumably, which now looks like a pretty crucial thing as well. I think Storm's End would be nice now for Bara, because there's Star Recept could go really quickly. Then 8 power in one phase is not out of reach. Okay, so 2 gold for Mira, which means you have 4 to work with. It's not the best. And 1 passing removed by Red Priest. So Jane's going to do what? Take the AC. Okay, there's a bit of strength now. But I think that's all you can do. And if Melisandre comes in to nil the AC. Oh, okay. That's rough. That's doubly rough. This can steal Jason's power as well. Ooh, there's Greywind in play, but Sweet Slip. Ah, okay. Never mind. Greywind to cancel Robert would have been really nice, but yeah, Sweet Slip. I've learned that I have to play Sweet Slip in my deck as well lately, because the star cancel is just a bit too much. Can't really get past it. Failed to trigger Imri immediately though, which puts him now under pressure to actually defend a little bit. But I don't think Saraaa can do crossing on the power challenge, that's the thing. She can do it on the intrigue, if anything. And this kind of forces 2 defenders, which is also tricky. I'd have considered using Imri. Then you have Fury and Star Recept, right? I don't know how much power you can get though. Okay, so grants a power to Daisy. Now is there the event? No, that costs 1, right? So I guess she achieved what she wanted to with that. Power you have to do, which means Star Recept trigger on defense. But unopposed and crossing will happen. Gabryel doesn't have any more cards, but he will have standing characters, and for rainy days he has Imri. 7 cards in hand. Anything useful? Or is it just over? 14, yeah. Can win dominance as well, so there was enough actually. Yeah, nicely done from Baratheon. We joined it after Robert had already kept everything knelt, so that was kind of gone at that point, but still pretty close if there was some gold left and to play the event on Daisy to get one more unopposed or something. Could have been quite interesting. Also, there's no econ for Saraaa with so many cards in hand, and yeah, Red Priest still remains annoying. Let's see what else we have, if anything. So this one that started late is still being played. Let's join this one that's the furthest along. See if Mates, okay, never mind, just managed to kill off everything and get to 15 power. Mates plays quite quickly. Let's see, we're in round 8 or whatever it is. Yeah, so nicely killed the smugglers. And stupid Harrenhal. I struggle to get past the Harrenhal. Just have to sacrifice something, basically play out something that's worth killing so that it's gone. Then you can start playing, but the hit you take from that is already so big. So I guess we watch which one? The Trident. Trident was really good. I played against it and looked like a really fun deck. So let's see how it's going against the Sentinel stand deck. That's not doing anything like defending the wall at the moment, so not sure how it's gaining power, but it is strong enough to compete in challenges. And this deck does okay. Put to the torch we see was played, I guess, on Castle Black, and put to the sword also. That was played in my game as well. So focus on military. I'm not sure if it's if there's Duran's game, but I have to assume there is, because you have Host of the Boneway in the deck and Prince's Plan, so I think that's in maybe not 3 copies, but just something to give you a chance of closing. Now there are 4 plots in the use pile already, so. Be conformer champion. Yeah. Lots of no attachments, nothing really too impactful. I guess Windblown seems like could be good to milk. Do we have any problems here with the Crone? I don't suppose so. There's plenty of options. What can be killed? And what's been removed? Naval and Warrior. The 3 claim plot hasn't been played yet if it's in the deck. Did Naval hit? Probably hit at the gates, which is not that big of a deal if you go Gates of the Moon. So Night's Watch still winning. 10-8. Some card advantage though for Martell, but Martell cannot reset. You can play Wildfire and you can play Mad King's Command. Seven strength on former champion. I have a phobia of former champion getting power and interacting with Sentinel stand. That's I have to think for several minutes how that's supposed to work when Sentinel stand gives him plus strength because he has only 1 icon, but then if he gets enough power, his strength goes down and he gets the 2nd icon and then stops getting strength. And then if some nightmares on him, and he regains text, and there's icons and strength boosts at the same time. I just don't want to think about it. Well, going first with Sword in the Morning, pretty nice. Not put on the military character, so he's going to clear away stuff on the power challenge, probably. Haven't seen siege preparations in this one, have we? Oh, it was played, never mind. Down to 2 plots though, so I watched a lot of Trident games with Steven playing the specialist for this agenda, and always seems to work out for him, some kind of late game desperate attack to do 3 claim power if you time your plots correctly. But it is true that once you're down to 2 plots, you could be stuck. You could be forced to reveal something that's not benefiting you. Some kind of wildfire is still there that doesn't work, or there could be a desperate attack that you have to just normally reveal because you can trigger the agenda or whatever. It's tricky, but we'll see what the last 2 plots are. I'm pretty sure there's a march to the wall still there from my game, from memory. There we are. There's the power gain potentially, and Windblown's not big enough to assault it. But you can clear away icons, right? Or can you? Not really with Kedri. All monocons, so yeah, you can't really achieve anything that great. Might pull Aemon in this one just to stop the save. Suspiciously weak power challenge. Do you dare under defend? 0 gold. Think he doesn't mind losing if he wants to draw for Dorn and see if he can go another round. Problem is that the wall and 2 renown and former champions is going to be tricky, and this guy recruit can give renown to defender as well, right? So if they can push through the challenge together. If everyone attacks military, you can try to get the renown on defense and win it that way. Alternatively, you win dominance, that also works. Or the power challenge back. I mean, that looks like the game's won for Night's Watch. Yeah, gives himself 2 options here if this is somehow defended. Although with 0 gold dominance, still be tied. There we are. So Leon reaches the top 8 stage. And I believe the only game left should be... This one has just finished also, so who won this one? Okay, seems like Henry didn't think it was playable at this point. And yeah, Murgulis into Crown, which fails to get rid of the board, and then the wall defense with Castle Black there is a bit much. Could you still try to fight and get... Oh, actually, I don't think he plays the control Robert, he plays the fast Robert. He also plays Serendro Estremont. I guess you can see the synergy, right? There's no Relore in play at the moment, but you claim Robert and then you save him with the Relore guy, and he triggers from Andrew Estremont, giving him power for an additional power or whatever. I don't know. It's not completely unplayable, but I don't know why people are not giving up on this as inefficient and not worth it. Really. Just play the control Robert and then everything is knelt and Night's Watch doesn't have a game. Well, in theory, but Long Voyage draws 3 every round, so yeah, War is not getting knelt that much, so I think it's a game at least. So I believe that's it for the top 16. So what's the top 8 situation? Guess we have to wait for everyone to report their games. Who have we lost? We've lost Radek. We've lost the Martell Trident Chinese player who I don't know the name, sorry. Rupert and Henry say goodbye. Saraaa also lost. And the rest are through to the top 8. I think I'm not sure where Gabryel lands actually. Can we see the bracket? Star Kraken versus Night's Watch House with the red door. Aloof versus Night's Watch Long Voyage. So Aloof with the core Robert, was it? No, the control Robert, okay. Yeah. So that could be interesting. That's a game I played as well in the opening, I think in round 1. Played this very similar matchup. Then it's another Night's Watch Long Voyage against Baratheon of Blood. This is the one that plays core Robert, so all Roberts on display today. And we have Stark Fealty against Stark Hollow here. Stark Fealty is tough to get rid of everything with those Bear Island Scouts and whatnot, but I don't know, we saw Radek not having that much of a board, so let's see if Argento can survive the onslaught. So wait for the round to start.